Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware. You might have icy sidewalks or driveways or maybe your storefront, outside your storefront. You got to take care of. Head over to Omni at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. They have plenty of rock salt, mag, ice pellets and flakes, pelleto, sand, spreaders, snow blowers, whatever you need to get the job done. 631-756-1125 is the telephone number, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. So we're going to take a look at the weather forecast for the week ahead, maybe a little bit beyond that. As we look at the satellite this morning, it's fairly quiet. Our system from yesterday, the upper trough is moving offshore. It's starting to strengthen that storm well out to the east. As of early this morning, still getting a little bit of light snow activity out in southeastern New England and on Cape Cod, but that should be pulling out shortly, and we will see improving weather conditions there. And for everybody else, weather conditions have improved, and temperatures hitting bottom in the teens. The warmest urban areas are right around the 20-degree mark for the morning lows, and we will probably not get out of the 20s for afternoon highs. Not a whole lot going on the radar. You can see the action that's still off of southeastern New England as of 5 a.m., moving out to the northeast. Again, this is all going to just exit shortly, and to the west, it's mostly quiet. A little bit of activity there in the parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin, and also moving into the Pacific Northwest. So, as far as our weather is concerned for the next few days, we are going to see the core of this current cold air mass move on out as the weather pattern is changing. And I think it's been fairly well advertised. I always, when I read comments, people seem to stay up on these things that are into weather. And yes, the pattern is definitely changing. This is the last in a long series of troughs that have been dropping into the eastern part of the United States for the last 6 weeks and have brought down some very cold air. We're looking at the European model here out for the next 10 days or so. And what you're going to see momentarily is that trough position shift a bit and the bridge position shift a bit. So here's our trough in the east. Our flow is coming from northwest Canada. We've been getting Arctic air mass after Arctic air mass coming down. Well, that's going to get shut off now as this trough lifts out. We start to see troughing drop down into the Rockies. There's a ridge off the west coast, so this next trough drops down into the Rockies and then swings eastward. So this is going to bring a storm into the northeast, but it's going to be a system that's going to wind up going well to our west. And you can see the trough there swinging around, and then that pulls up, and then we have another trough that drops down into the west for next week, down into the southwest. Now, if you are into winter weather, and you know the clock is ticking here. It's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. You know that the clock is ticking. Is it possibly over with? Well, last year, right around this time, we had our last snow of the winter in some areas of the Northeast, and that was it. It was done. And actually, the weather turned to be on the warmer side of normal going into the month of March, and there were no snow. Most areas in the Northeast, especially from southern areas of the Northeast southward, saw very little. Even though the pattern has changed, the thing to look for is occasionally the northern stream will get a little active, even though the mean trough positions are not where you want them to be. And if something times out perfectly where a cold high comes down and builds into the Great Lakes and into eastern Canada, and maybe some energy comes out from the south, if it's timed out perfectly, you could wind up seeing something. It's not ideal because you don't have any kind of real blocking here at all, so weather systems are going to be on the move. So it would have to be timed perfectly between something in the northern stream and something coming down in the southern stream. And most of the models are on the same page with this, so we really don't have too much debate that this is going to be the case as far as the pattern is concerned over the next week to 10 days. And then we'll see what happens after that, because things do tend to get a little dicey when you look at them in the long range. And they're not always most reliable after the 7 days, 5 to 7 days. We know things move around a bit. So our storm from yesterday gone. We're going to see temperatures today not get out of the 20s, teens and single digits tonight in the northeast and northern mid-Atlantic states. And then tomorrow we should rebound a little bit. I think temperatures will get back up into the low and middle 30s. On Wednesday, we'll start to get into some clouds and the southerly flow that develops, and that is going to bring temperatures up into the 40s. And then on Thursday, here we see a storm that's developing in the southern plains. It's going to move into Illinois and eventually up into near Toronto and move up the St. Lawrence Valley. So this storm is going to be producing, as you see, snow in Kansas, Missouri, northern Illinois, for Chicago, maybe some icing and some snow in St. Louis. And also, this is going to be probably a severe weather producer across the South. The Storm Prediction Center has highlighted this already in their longer range, and now we're coming into the short range. So this could certainly be a severe weather producer from Texas on east into the southeastern part of the United States. We'll get into a windswept heavy rain here on Thursday, or Thursday night rather, not during the day on Thursday, probably just getting in here late in the day or evening. Thursday night into Friday morning, the front goes by. Weather conditions improve next weekend where it'll be a little colder, but it won't be exceptionally cold. So that pretty much takes care of the next 5 days, and we really don't have any storms other than systems going by to our west. But as far as major storms impacting with snow and ice here in the southern areas of the northeast and northern mid-Atlantic states, we really don't have that problem for the next week to 10 days from what we're seeing right now. Weather in 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware, 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. 631-756-1125 is the phone number, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. So happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Enjoy your day. There's no Joe and Joe show tonight. We're taking the day off, and we'll be back tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on my YouTube channel, Joe Cioffi. And also, a side note, the weather app is working again. In case you missed it, I announced that late last week, but the weather app is working again. All the pages are working. The video page is working. So have at it. You can download it for free on Google Play or on the App Store. It's the Meteorologist Joe Cioffi weather app, and you can follow my weather updates, follow your local weather, and much more. It's all on there, and it's all free. Have a great day, everybody.